Since the beginning of time, we've relied on teachers to pass down the collective knowledge of their generation to aid us in our survival. As time passed and humanity's knowledge broadened, these teachers took on greatly different roles as we collectively knew too much to be passed on to a single person. Since people didn't have an outlet to acquire more knowledge, we saw them simply learn from their parents and eventually take over their role as time went on. In this period, knowledge traveled down funnels with very little cross-contamination. A blacksmithing family knew how to blacksmith, a farming family knew how to farm, a mathing family knew how to math, a ruling family knew how to rule, and those who knew nothing, well, they were enslaved. Through this process, over time, knowledge divided itself into subjects and categories that could encompass groupings of knowledge. People were taught by teachers who knew a little bit about a lot, but only got that privilege of knowledge if you were wealthy or a royalty, because God forbid we got an idiot in the seat of power. Moving on. Those who are privileged with knowledge never truly sought to expand it, and thus most of our evolution needed to come from people who were stuck in their own funnels, with little reference to outside ideas that could be intermingled with their own knowledge to grow even more. Then, something kinda major happened. The bubonic plague ravaged the entirety of the known world. These once very functional knowledge funnels started to fall apart as the top, bottom, or even sometimes both died off before they could pass on their information. The plague was truly a blessing in disguise for many people, as it forced a few things. First off, everyone was suddenly flush with cash, as they had inherited uber amounts of wealth from their families who had all suddenly died. Secondly, people were forced to move to large city centers to pool the remainder of their knowledge to get back some level of normalcy. This was the birth of what we know now to be the Renaissance. Although philosophers had existed long before this time, their ability to be bankrolled by wealthy individuals in booming city centers allowed for more cross-contamination of ideas, which was vital to the growth of knowledge. These thinkers simply rejected what would have been believed to be normal in that era. They offered new ideas powered by their basis in math, science, and astrology, like Copernicus' radical idea that the Earth may actually revolve around the sun, not the other way around. These thinkers pushed back against traditional schools of thought and desired to discover rather than to learn. This idea of refusing to learn in favor of looking at the world in a new way gave way to all of humanity's growth. From Copernicus refusing to believe the universe revolves around us, to the Montgolfier brothers refusing to believe that man was meant to stay on the ground, to Lincoln who refused to believe that not all men are created equal, and to Neil Armstrong who refused to believe that the stars were out of reach. All these brave men used their education to fight back against what they were taught. The idea of limits and restrictions don't apply to humans because as long as we keep refusing to learn and instead seek discovery and expand our knowledge, we will keep moving forward towards our never-ending march of evolution. Your teacher most certainly isn't right about everything they say because our understanding of core concepts is constantly changing and being altered by those who push back against what we know to be true in favor of new ideas that can alter the field. Even beyond core concepts like math, science, history, and English, in the world of business, marketing, and psychology, people are challenging thought leaders with new takes and ideas about how things are and how they should interact.
Roblox will triple in value. This is an incredible company that actually gives a good goddamn about safety in children, that has a flywheel effect, that helps people, helps creators.
A lot of boomers who have never played a game in their life will write these think pieces in the New York Times about how Roblox is like so innovative. And they have no idea that 90% of Roblox content is like stolen games made by children. But they love to talk up the fucking business model.
As you sit in school and listen to your teacher tell you how things are or how they should be, I implore you to think about how or why they're wrong. The humanity you know today won't be the same as the one tomorrow, because somewhere out there right now is someone who refuses to quit and refuses to learn. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, drop me a comment, and show a friend. Other than that, I'm Reed, and those have been my thoughts. Thanks for watching.